Doing this kind of bass-ackwards today. 18:36 p.m. We're on our way back towards Oklahoma City metro area from Bristow, Oklahoma. I am James, could be known as Jim. Behind me we've got Jim, and behind Jim we've got Jim.
Name's Jim. This here's my brother. His name's Jim too. We were named after different people though.
Had an interesting week of lots of freaking rain and a few storms here in Oklahoma City. We're not in Oklahoma City right now. Was supposed to storm all day today too, but it hasn't. It stopped this morning and the sun came out. So in a group text between Jim and I, we decided we needed to go for a ride, and I just picked a random restaurant that had barbecue in the reviews. We ended up going to Anchor 66 on Route 66 in Bristow, Oklahoma. Just a shot in the dark, and it ended up being pretty damn good. Little burger joint, famous for their corn ribs, the best damn corn ribs in the state. What is a corn rib, you ask? Well, a corn rib is a corn on the cob cut lengthways 4 ways, or cut twice into quarters, I guess you could say. Deep fried and then seasoned with some kind of, they called it rust seasoning, topped with a little bit of cilantro, some kind of shredded cheese, and then dipped in chipotle mayonnaise. And I'll be damned if they weren't the best damn corn ribs I've ever had. Only corn ribs I've ever had. But I'd have them again. They were pretty damn good. And then I had a Twister burger. Did not take a picture of that. You know how good I am at screwing that up. But you know what? I bet they got a picture of it on their website, or on their Facebook page, or on their Google reviews page. All of which you can find if you look them up and find their location. Go have one yourself. But like I said, pretty late start. The sun will still be up when I pull into the garage. Maybe. Or at least we'll have some civil twilight left. But we still got a ways to go yet. Hour and 35 minutes with no stops. 67 miles. We're on Route 66 at the moment also. Route 66 is closed down somewhere between Wellston and Luther for highway betterment, but it's been that way for over a freaking year. So who knows when that's going to finish up. In other news, it's been an interesting couple of freaking weeks with this damn Harley. Freaking American-made garbage. Brother. I don't know if I talked about it or not, but I think I did. Last time we talked, I bought new tires, new brakes, front and rear. Went and had those put, had tires put on the wheels. I mounted them back up myself, put the brakes on myself, which thankfully got rid of a very high frequency hum coming from the front end when I was in a turn that I thought was going to be some bearings going bad, but it must have been the tires or the brakes, one. And not 25 miles after getting those things all put back together, I'm coming home from checking out a little micro brewery on around Lake Hefner in Oklahoma City. Stop and get gas, and as I'm pulling out, I poured the coals to her a little bit, and then the engine took off and the bike didn't. And then I heard slap, 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 slap. Well, shit. 57,000 miles, and I busted the drive belt. Pretty clean break. Not really an explanation as to why it should have broken at 57,000 miles. Weren't any other stress cracks of any sort in the belt. I thought maybe I got it too tight, but from what a buddy told me, too tight's not as dangerous as too loose. But then when I put the new belt on, so the way the rear axle tightens up on these things, there's two snail-shaped cams on either side of the axle that when when you rotate the axle, it pushes the wheel backward. On the old belt, I didn't have any more room to turn the axle to tighten it up without it falling off the edge and starting all over again. So the belt was stretched to the max. On the new belt, I'm not even halfway around the circle before I got to the tightness that I desired. And let me tell you, if you've never changed or installed a drive belt on a Harley touring bike, don't ever freaking do it. What a pain in the ass. I had to remove both passenger pegs, the left side floorboard along with both the heel shifter and toe shifter, the entire primary cover, not just the derby cover, remove the entire primary after zip tying the chain tensioner together and removing it so it doesn't spring apart, remove the inner primary cover, which includes removing the starter, remove the rear tire, remove the swing arm, then and only then can you install a new belt on a Harley touring bike. Reversing operations starting now. Getting the primary back together wasn't a big deal. There's 5 bolts on the inside that they say are one-time use. They call them stretch bolts, and they also have a seal underneath the shoulder. I went to Harley World in Oklahoma City to get some of those, and they had to order them, but they didn't know what I was talking about being one use. I wasn't working off a book, so it could have been wrong. But on a YouTube video that I was watching, the YouTuber told me they were one use. So I ordered them. Come to find out, they ordered the wrong damn bolts. More than likely why they didn't, it was why they didn't have them in stock. I went back and canceled that order and got the right order placed, and they had them in stock. And they were supposed to text me when they got a different gasket in stock, but they haven't done that yet. Although I've already put it all back together, obviously. Now, getting the swing arm put back in, that was a freaking blast. The swing arm pin goes through the back of the motor, and you have to jack the motor up a part of the frame to line the hole back up. It is a 2-person job, 100%, and I don't know, there's got to be a better way to use a jack on the frame, because you got to have the frame jacked when the swing arm's not on there, and another jack on the motor to lift it up just right. But I didn't have that option, so I had it on my Craftsman motorcycle jack, and there wasn't a way of getting another jack up underneath there to move the motor. What I ended up doing was jacking it up really freaking high, and I put a hammer underneath it with the hammer head on the floor and the hammer handle under the motor, and slowly lowered the bike until the engine hole lined back up with the frame hole, and I got that swing arm pin finally pushed through. And here we are with new tires, new brakes, new belt, new oil. Did an oil change in the same amount of time. 2-hole. Did the second hole twice since I had to take the primary apart. Welcome to Chandler, Oklahoma, by the way. But the second hole was only a quart of oil, so not a big deal, but still kind of sucks. Got it all put back together, got one ride out of it, and shitty weather came in. And it was a bad weather week all week long. And here we are on Saturday. We had some pretty damn terrible storms come through the last night. There were probably 100% some tornadoes on the ground somewhere. In Bethany, where I live, it was just some pretty ridiculous winds up until about 3 a.m. But it kept me awake. Got to keep an eye on my dogs. And then here comes Facebook to the rescue with a targeted ad after I finished the job from discountramps.com, the Black Widow extra wide 1,500 pound capacity airlift motorcycle lift. I sure as shit don't need one of those things, but I'll tell you what, I need one of those things. So I bought one of those things. They had a 15% off coupon for Memorial Day, so I bought it on a Friday. Saturday I got an email saying, hey, here's a 20% off coupon for the exact damn lift that I'd bought. So I emailed them with the order number and said, hey, this sucks, and I got a refund the next day on a Sunday. Not a full refund, a refund of the 20% off, so an extra 5% I got. It may have been a Thursday that I ordered it. And then Tuesday, June 3rd, I think was Tuesday, destinations, good eats and drinks. Need to try that one out. Monday actually, I got an email, or no, a text message from R&L Carriers asking for confirmation that I would be there to meet a truck at my residence for delivery of said lift. I said absolutely, so I took the day off. Said anywhere between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. So I woke up at woke up around 8 a.m. and just laid in bed flipping through channels waiting for myself to not be lazy or to answer the phone, you know. 8:35 I get a phone call from R&L Carriers saying we just need to hook the truck up to the trailer and we'll be up there in about 20 minutes. We're just at Southwest 15th and Council. I'm at Northwest 23rd and Council. Right down the damn road. Got up, put clothes on, here comes a freaking semi coming down my neighborhood street. The only thing in that trailer was my lift. Parked across the street, wheeled it over with an electric pallet jack, and I started taking boxes apart, crates apart, putting things together, and within about an hour and 45 minutes, voila. That is going to make things so damn convenient. Look at that. Just look at it. It takes up a lot of room, but parking the bike on it is going to help. My very own genuine extra wide scissor lift jack stand. It'd be nicer if it was air over hydraulic, but it is air only, and it takes every damn bit of my 16 pounds of air capacity to lift it to the top. But I can get it up there, and I haven't done any real maintenance with it yet, but I'll tell you what, I lifted it up there this morning for no other reason than to put on the little honeycomb air grills on my lower fairings, and it was really damn nice. Looking really damn forward to doing an oil change on that thing and being able to put it right back down on the ground and go on a ride right then, because my back doesn't hurt like a bitch. That is all there is for room in my garage right now, and I have to park on it 100% of the time when the bike's in the garage. But I don't care. Worth the damn money, worth the damn space it takes up. I might even pay for it by doing some work for other people, but probably not. So anyway, that's been my June and the end of May. Well, at least we found a short way around the construction of Route 66 that they don't otherwise tell you about. Road may flood. It did. That was only about probably 2 miles out of the way, whereas the advertised detour is about 24 miles out of the way. So that's nice. And here we are, getting our kicks on Route 66. Imagine we'll stop up here at Pops for a final see you next time, fellas, and then go our own ways. It is sticky humid on this road. I'm passing lots of fields that are really low off the side of the road though, so all the rain we've had lately, I'm sure that's really maintaining its moisture. Coming into Arcadia, Oklahoma, this is the Chicken Shack. Cool little venue. They've got a bike night on the first or second Tuesday of the month during the summer months. Policeman hanging out. And right there you see the soda pop bottle at Pops 66. I can't remember the number now, but they got a lot of different kinds of soda pop there. Figure I'll pull in there for, like I said, the last little see you later of this trip. Been a pretty fun little day. Let's not try to have a repeat of the last time I was on this little stretch of road. This is where my belt broke. But we're about 3.5 miles away from the house. Had a really damn good ride, some really damn good food with some really damn good folks. Now I think I'm gonna go home and pour a really damn good glass of whiskey. I've got a few to choose from. I think I'll have a good glass tonight instead of my cheap-ass Henry McKenna. So hopefully the giant bug gut that I saw on my lens isn't impeding the video too much. Regardless, it's been a while, so I'll get her posted one way or another. Appreciate you riding along as always. See you next time.